Hi, my name is Otniel Afek. Till recently, I was the head of Intelligence and Technology Department at Israel Securities Authority, and responsible for some of the more sensitive cases, economical and other cases in Israel recently. And I found myself in many cases like a blind man in the dark with no information. This is when I came to understand and to realize regarding the importance of OSINT, Open Source Intelligence, also known as WebInt. Well, what is it? It's an intelligence discipline for collecting information from public sites. It can either be social network, deep web, search engines, etc. In the next couple of minutes, next 10 or 9 minutes, I'll be focusing on social network. Now, one thing to say, as you already know, WebInt solutions are familiar in the intelligence and security agencies. But I think it is time that organizations like you, responsible for the safety of the population, will take place with those kinds of technologies as well. So let's start. Public transportation and carpools. What do we know, what do we really know regarding the person who is taking our kids to school? What do we really know regarding the person who just took us from the airport when you order him using your mobile application? Well, I assume most of them had gone through this process, this checking process, which include 2 phases. The first one, making sure that he doesn't have criminal backgrounds. Now, the second is making sure that he does have driving license. But is it really enough? In this process, we have 2 information problems, lack of information, to be more precise. The first one is when we are approving his request, and we hardly know nothing about him. The second, and even more important, he's been working for us for 1, 5, 10, 15 years, and this time things change, things happens. And for example, the person you can see, Muhammad Amwazi, he was a British rap singer that in few years became ISIS executor. No one knew nothing about it. So the real question is, are we fighting today's risk with yesterday's tools? Or make it even clearer. Is there anything we can do? Wise men said, yes, we can. So this is the process, the current process. What we should do is we should add another thing to the structure, an open source OSINT system, OSINT profiling system that has all the cutting edge techniques, link analysis, and face recognition, face detection, all the things that you already know from AI. But what it really does, in addition, it does constant monitoring, 24/7, 365 days a week, to search for threats, only for the people that you're responsible for. There can be simple threats like ISIS flag written, inshallah, with the help of God, that will be raised. Sometimes threat can be a combination of few things. Combination like this nice person who was in the past in fighting zones, like in Syria, etc., according to his geolocation, and started recently posting pictures of weapons. Now, I assume some of those people will not be approved anymore. Now, those capabilities can help you in almost each and every aspect in your daily life. Let's take, for examples, hotels. Each and every day, tens of thousands of people entering your cities without you knowing nothing about their background or what their real intentions are. Think, for example, that this thing will be checked, and you will have the possibility of knowing that, for example, this person is connected to known terrorists or known criminals. I assume that the behavior will be a bit different, or at least you will know about it. Some of you are facing immigration problems. Now, this is a huge problem. You have hundreds of thousands or sometimes even millions of people without you knowing nothing about them. Usually they speak different language, they have different cultures. You know, you don't have any other option of knowing who is a threat and who is not. Now, this is your only option, only real option of having alerts regarding for threats that 99.9% of them are excellent, will be excellent citizens, but some of them may be threat. Is it practical, or are we talking just about something in the air? 2017, Israel Katz, Minister of Intelligence in Israel. Israel prevented hundreds of terror attacks by monitoring social media. The same year, Gilad Erdan, Police Minister, mentioned Israel media monitoring has foiled 200 terror attacks. A year later, Shin Bet head said that the figures were even double, almost 500. Now, as you heard this morning, this isn't something that is related to only terrorists committing crimes in Israel, terror attacks in Israel. Terrorists around the world used to post their intentions before committing the terror attack. This is something that can be monitored and should be. Now, this last thing is one of the most fascinating things in this discipline. It is still new and premature, but I think it is a promising thing. What it really does is monitoring people entering to sensitive areas. It works the following way. By click of a button, on the mouse button, you point those areas. It can be churches, hospitals, arenas, synagogues, and the system starts scanning those radius and tries to detect whether there are people entering, phone mobiles entering those special arenas. Now, what is it trying to do is detecting threats. You can't see all this. This is in the background of the system. You will see only the threats, like regular terror threats, which will be detected in one of this person profile, and will be sent to the control room immediately for knowing. Now, sometimes special alerts are related to special sites, different sites. This person, for example, is an anti-Semitic post. The reason it was raised by the system is because it was discovered near a synagogue. Now, guys, what are the odds he came for praying? Low, I guess. So this was sent immediately to the guard on site for him to know that such a person is there. Now, as already mentioned, and all of you know best, it refers to public security versus privacy. And we have a lot of checks and balances to do here. But those systems can be designed in a way they will decrease privacy damage and increase public security. Rotem, I hope I was on time. Thank you very much all. Thanks.